work will come from association with those who are two types of association: those who are fellow strugglers like us, and even more importantly, those who have succeeded. Yes, who established already, and even beyond. And that is the testimony to the success of Srila Prabhupada's movement and the philosophy that he gave us, is that there are so many successful devotees who've taken up the process and who've actually, who are living examples of the success of that this process works. So association is important, and the association has to be regular enough so that the inspiration to keep practicing will remain. It's due to perhaps lack of association that we may feel a little discouraged. And it's not that, I want to clear up maybe a wrong impression that maybe some, you didn't say it, but I'm just thinking maybe some people have a wrong impression because I'm sitting here and speaking that I've overcome these problems. I haven't. What do you know what was going on through my mind before I came to give this class? I can tell you I had a very difficult day. I had a very tough day today. And I was very happy that I made it here, and then I went to offer my obeisances to Prabhupada, and I sat and I felt, yes, I'm in a good place, I'm with Prabhupada. And then I came here and I felt equally good because I'm with Prabhupada's followers, So it's not that I'm not struggling. It's not that I'm free from passion and ignorance. It's not that I'm free from lust and all this. I'm struggling like everybody else. I'm sharing what works for me. And it varies according to different individuals. So for me, certain meditations work to inspire me. Certain meditations maybe work better for other people. And that's absolutely fine. As far as feeling that we're getting older and maybe energy is not the same, I mean, I don't want to sound stereotypical. A lot of what the body has its limitations, but you'll be amazed at how much energy comes from the mind when the mind is inspired. When you're inspired by something, look, Parvati Mataji, what is she doing in this, in the condition that she's in right now? That she's able to actually do all this is nothing short of a miracle. You need inspiration to be able to do this. So she's a living example that you can actually still be fired up, if the mind is in the right place. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was all bent over. But when they brought him to the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, he got out of the basket and he was jumping up and down. He was dancing like anything. Srila Prabhupada was dictating Srimad Bhagavatam right until the very last moment, just before he left, and with such clarity, so much lucidity. It's unbelievable. So a lot of it, I'm not saying that the body doesn't have limitations, we shouldn't take care of the body. We shouldn't try to act on a higher platform that we're on. If body we need rest, we need to give the body rest. We need to give the body medication, we need to give the body food. Otherwise, we have to know where we are and act accordingly, not try to act on a level that we're not. At the same time, we can try and look at the things that we can adjust a little bit. And remaining inspired is a difficult job in Kali Yuga. It's a difficult job. Especially when we're not seeing, we're expecting to see results, and we don't see the results. Being inspired is the most difficult job. And Bandhu Bhattacharya made a very, very good point yesterday in Bhagavatam class. If you were hearing the class, he was saying, he gave a very nice explanation of enthusiasm. He said, enthusiasm is not just a feeling. It's also, doing what needs to be done. That is enthusiasm. In fact, that's more enthusiasm than the actual feeling of being, ecstatic. We're not ecstatic every day. It's difficult to be ecstatic in the condition that we're in. So association is very, very important. Association with living devotees who have succeeded, association with Prabhupada's purports, with the Shastra, and what you were saying is you noticed the 3 areas of distraction, and I noticed the 5 areas of distraction in my own life. So to respond to that, I would say that I see that those 5 areas of distraction are within the lower modes. So when I'm not chanting, even during the rest of the day, the remaining 22 hours of the day, I need to work on those 5 areas and bring them to the mode of goodness. Through what? Through hearing, through Shastra, through listening to lectures, through, all these different ways. Actually, giving, Parvati Mataji very kindly asked me to give this class, and this has helped me more than anybody else, I think, because of this, I had to go and read up, and this has helped me so much. So I'm actually very grateful for this, because it's helped me absorb my intelligence in this and learn of new ways to deal with my situation. So outside of our japa, we work on these areas of our life that will then influence our japa the following morning. You understand? So it's not a 2-hour activity. It's a 24-hour activity. Even though we chant 16 rounds, it's actually a 24-hour business. Because outside of those 2 hours, you spend the remaining time working on ourselves, making the right adjustments so that the following morning's 2 hours japa will be worth it. And the courage to do this, like I said, will come from association on our own. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience. For me, you may think I'm saying all these things here, but because I'm in Vrindavan and I'm with devotees, maybe if you see me somewhere else, I may not be the same person who's speaking to you right now. I may be much more depressed than I currently am. So, like that. I hope this is helpful. You said it's simple for the simple. So what is the simple thing? Association is the most simple answer. Prabhupada gave us his association. He's still giving association through the purports. Thank you very much.
I once asked Sachinanda Swami. He gives these japa classes. I didn't go to these seminars, but I asked him. I said, what do you do here? Most of the time, my mind just travels all over the world. Mine goes all over the universe. So he says, what do you do to, just kind of like cut the circuit? So sometimes when I'm more mobile and I actually come, then I just put my head on proper little speed and samadhi. But he suggested that if it gets too bad, you just make a list of what it is you have to do. You have 5 things. I go up to 18 and 22. So it's very complicated. But then that breaks the circuit, and then I continue chanting. But it's a struggle, and I've been chanting for 41 years. It's not that you're stuck with a material body and a material mind, and you're being purified, but you're still conditioned. You're still conditioned, and there's so many people around us who are conditioned also. So it's very difficult to find the right association. But it's there. You have to take it where you can get it. And just like you were saying, just the fact that you had to do a class and you had to study the thing. I remember we had one manager here some time ago named David Kananana. And when you're a manager especially, you have to be everybody's everything. And they're coming to you. You have to talk to them. You have to have meetings. And so whenever I asked him to give a class, he gave a big sigh of relief. He says, yes, this is very nice, because now I have to study. It was actually relief for him from those kind of duties which are very distracting. I mean, they had to be done. And there's so many things we have to do. But at least we start our day like Prabhupada has us start the day, when we do everything in the middle. And then at nighttime we have the evening part of the program. And that closes it up. why we have to eat Prabhupada.
The sandwich.
The sandwich. Yeah.
The sandwich.
Prabhupada's perfect formula. So I thank you all for your association. Most of you are here every night. But it's that desire to hear which is very important.
I'd like to request the blessings of all the assembled. I struggle, that's why I was able to actually give you so many examples from my own experiences.
Really, to hear, it is very important. Srila Prabhupada told in one conversation, I think even in Krishna and Prasadam Paul, it's written on big this size, it's written, Srila Prabhupada's statement. He said, don't behave like Paramahamsa. You're not better than your spiritual master.
Yeah.
He said about him, me, spiritual master. Why you're not coming to Bhagavad Gita classes or Srimad Bhagavatam classes morning and Bhagavad Gita classes evening? Why? I'm coming myself. I'm Acharya. He said, I'm Acharya. I'm coming to Bhagavad Gita class and I'm listening and enjoying my classes given by my disciples. And I'm learning from them. Srila Prabhupada. So don't act as Paramahamsa, as better than your spiritual master. You must come to Bhagavad Gita class. It's written, you can read this. Another thing I want to ask you, told this, for example, we can control during the day, Jagrata state, wakefulness. I will act only in goodness, in mode of goodness. I will speak nicely, deal nicely with devotees. I will do devotional service nicely. I will try to chant nicely. But what about thoughts? You said at the same time, the mind can come very, very dirty thoughts, very dirty, from the bottom of the mode of ignorance, from our million previous life, conditioned life in this material world.
Tell me about it.
So difficult to deal.
I think two mics are too close, that's why.
So, just like from the ocean, the very, very dirty things comes out. Should I be happy that it comes out? It means maybe this is anartha, comes out, and very soon I will be relieved from it, rid of it, because it came from the very, very deep ocean of my ignorance. It came out on the surface of the ocean. And it doesn't give me to chant properly my job. And it will be no duplicity if everybody will say, oh, she's so good, she acts so nicely doing her emotional service. She's so good, she's a mode of goodness. And I will pose myself like, oh, I'm definitely working on this, I'm doing so good. But at the same time, in my mind, so very, very dirty thoughts comes, with which I cannot fight. They are overcoming me.
It's duplicity if you're opposing yourself. It's not duplicity if you're practicing and others are appreciating. Actually, we're supposed to be quite indifferent to what others think. So others may say nice or not nice things about us. We're practicing, and if we're successful in some areas of our practice and not successful in other areas, it's not duplicity. We're sincerely trying. And if somebody comes and glorifies us, we can say, well, thank you, but actually you don't know what's going on in my mind. We can be honest about it. Yeah, so you're not, the important thing is you're not pretending to be something you're not. So therefore it's not duplicity. In fact, it's sincerity. So it's not duplicitous at all.
And you're telling that the sleep, like deep sleep,
yes,
and sleep with a dream, which is in a mode of passion, and dreamless sleep, deep sleep in the mode of ignorance.
at the same time, Srila Prabhupada said, we should sleep for reviving our
Body.
normal condition again for the next day. We should sleep for men 6 hours, for women 7 hours, and for children 8 hours. What is going on at the time of sleep? At the time of sleep goes in your mind, goes compression of emotion. They compressed. We need sleep. Without sleep, this compression will not come, will not happen.
I think it's closer to that mic. That's the reason why it's buzzing.
And as soon as you're sleeping 6 hours, at the time of sleep, whatever emotions, whatever impressions, bad or good, you got through the day, wakefulness of consciousness, it will compress in your consciousness, and it will go deep into this treasure where all our emotions, to the settled body. It should compress and goes from gross body to the settled body. And then we will go, with it to the next body with those impressions. So I would just tell that sleep is needed. This is limitations of our body, what to do. Body is not perfect. It's a machine. But this machine needs at least 6 hours of sleep. It needed. This is part of his work. At the time of sleep, it goes work for the body. So compression goes from the gross level, goes to the settle, and settle down in the settled body. So it needed.
In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one who sleeps too much or sleeps too little cannot be a yogi. Eats too much, eats too little. That's mode of goodness, taking what you need, isn't it? And if someone is diseased, needs more sleep, and they take more sleep, it's not the mode of ignorance. It's, they're doing what they need to be able to function as sadhakas. That's the mode of goodness. So we should not be fanatical also about these things. It should be understood in an individual context. What does the individual person need? Some person may need, what one person needs may be slightly different to what another person needs. And for them, that's the mode of goodness, because that's what's required for them to be alert, to be awake, to chant attentively. As far as being, sleep in the mode of goodness, I don't have any realization of it. My own sleep is in the mode of
Remember the story with Arjuna? When Duryodhana came to him, to Krishna, and said, you are telling that you are not particular, that you accept that it is supreme personality. But you are everywhere, you are telling that you are not particular, but you are very particular to me. You see, you are very nice with Arjuna, you like him, you are always this friendly, and with me you are not like this. And Krishna said, okay, go with me. And they went at night, they went to the bedroom of Arjuna. Arjuna was sleeping, very deep sleeping. And he said, just put your ear for his lips. And Duryodhana put his ear to the lips, and what he heard. Arjuna was sleeping, but his lips, his tongue was working.
it's chanting the holy names.
Arjuna in very, very deep sleep. What can I do? You see my... And another thing that one time...
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You have given a very nice lecture, and we are
Please
trying to give.
bless me that I can
Mataji,
follow these things
regarding,
myself.
Happy thoughts, I was just thinking in the first canto, Prabhupada has explained in many places also. This mind is so bad, it gets different dirty areas. It has to be beaten with slippers. I have given some number also, 12 or 14 times or 20 times. That what his Guru Maharaj has said, that this mind is so bad, it has to be beaten with slippers so many times, 12 or 14 times in a day. I mean, when such told, the mind is so difficult. So I think it is really difficult to control, and we have to do the practice as you rightly said, the sadhana, and that's why the Srinuvatam Swakada Krishna. The only thing is because the mind goes in different areas, because it is trying to get attached with the attachment slowly when it gets distorted or cut, then only hearing and kirtan. So
Yes. Actually, to respond to what you were saying about the mind, huh? We'll close it. Okay. Just last point is, if don't be depressed about the mind. Just remember, you are not the mind. No matter how dirty the mind, dirty thoughts the mind can present you with, if you'll identify with it, it'll be difficult. And if you see, I've got a dirty T-shirt, but I'm not the T-shirt, it's easier to deal with. So we can use the intelligence. Thank you very much for your attention.